If you're new to cotton, it really helps to understand some of the terminology we use to explain the plant. I'm going to give you a rundown on Cotton Terminology 101. The first thing that we see after cotton emerges from the ground are the seed leaves, commonly called cotyledons. Those seed leaves then give way to what we call the first true leaf. As the plant starts growing, you still see the original cotyledons or seed leaves, but the main stem gets produced. And along this main stem, you can see these junctions where a leaf is produced or later on a branch comes out. Each one of these junctions is called a node, and the space in between those junctions are internodes. And we use the measurement of number of nodes as an odometer for the plant's development. Further up on this plant here, you can see that we've got a square, with the square simply being the bud that will become a flower that then becomes a bowl. And at the top of this plant at the moment, you can see the growing point. That growing point is what we call the terminal. On this plant here, we've reached first flower, which is symbolised by this wide open flower on the first fruiting branch of the plant. That flower, once it's pollinated, will turn pink and fall off and give way to a bowl. What sets this branch and that branch apart is that this one has a square, and opposite that square, which has become today's flower, is this leaf here, which we call the subtending leaf. On this vegetative branch, you can see on the subtending leaf here, there is no square, and that's the difference between these two branch types. This vegetative branch will produce its own fruiting branches, but the development of these, as you can see, occurs later than these initial fruiting branches. You can see on this first fruiting branch here now we've got a bowl followed by a flower and a square, and if I was to pull that off, you can see there's my main leaf that was off the main stem of the plant. Then at my first bowl, here's my subtending leaf, and this is now the first position bowl on that branch. If this flower here were to form a bowl and not be shed, that would become the second position bowl, and this one here the third position, and that's how we number the bowls within each of the fruiting branches. You can see on this really well developed plant, our seed leaves were down here. We got two bumps opposite each other, and then we've got nodes up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth up the plant. That first fruiting branch here, now we've got a bowl that's getting pretty close to being mature, all the way up to near the terminal of the plant, where we've got a white flower here in the first position, which on this plant here is getting very close to the stage we call cutout, which basically these flowers are coming to the top. So I hope this short video helps you to understand the terminology around the different parts of the cotton plant and will assist you on your journey of understanding the language around cotton production.